heck is up, chillers? I'm gonna turn down my CBC radio because I'm such a main character. Anyways, it's Madeline Singh here, back with something I tried to do yesterday, but I was just not coherent enough to get the words out. And so I welcome you back today. If you're someone who likes me, you're gonna not like me after this. And if you're someone who doesn't like me, that for some reason is on my channel, for whatever reason, you're gonna dislike me even more. So if you're just watching this to get yourself angry, I'm going to be ranking my own playlists from 2020. I have created like a few pages of notes. And so if you ever want to check out these ones are all public, so you know, if you hear something that intrigues you and you want to check it out, it's all available. It's all there for the world to see. So first of all, what makes a good playlist? Mostly there's two different types. Like a master playlist, kind of like mix CD style playlist. A master playlist is like a massive playlist, like my heavy rotation. So sometimes if there's like a bunch of new albums that have come out or a bunch of like random songs and I've just been like listening to a lot, I'll add them into just one giant playlist. I can hit shuffle. And the playlists that I listen to mostly are the mix CD style ones. So these ones are approximately an hour and 20 minutes in length, because that's how long a mix CD is. And there are a few components that I look for when making them. I like to have new releases, a new album. If there's a multiple tracks from the album I don't like to chuck them all in one playlist. I also like to include songs that are new to me, obviously. I also like to add songs that I heard in the wild, so that might be from like a TV show. Oftentimes I'm watching a TV show at that period of time and I might hear a song in that TV show, I might hear a song in a store, I might hear a song at a friend's house, I might hear a song, I might see like some random person I follow on Instagram share a song and I listen to it. I like to add those to my like if they're good, I like to add them to the playlist, and then I can kind of like think back to like, where did I find that? What was I doing? Who was I following? Where was I? What was I watching? You know, it kind of takes me back to that time whenever I listen to whatever the respective playlist. Sometimes I like to add songs that like in the title, the lyrics, the theme of the song kind of relate to the time. So it might not even be a song that I've been like listening to, and add a little bit of a story. And then it also kind of adds like a little bit of variety. And then sometimes like I'll have a pretty good skeleton of a playlist of songs I found or have like kind of curated through these methods, and then I just might think it's missing something. Just determine how it's flowing and what needs to be added. Another thing I try to do is I try to make the songs flow well and like a listening order that makes sense. If I have like something really driving and heavy, I might put something like a little bit mellower after, but not too mellow because that's too much of a dramatic shift, unless the dramatic shift is what the playlist needs. You know, it's an art form, okay? What can I say? And then also, how well does it paint the picture of the time in which the playlist was created for me? The playlist is good, I can listen to it and like be transported back to the time it was made, like very vividly. Like, adding things that are relevant to the time, new releases at the time, and like songs that I heard in the wild at the time, you know, like those are what kind of paint the picture of what was happening. Through my 9 playlists, I'm not gonna talk about every single song and every single track and story behind everything and reason why everything's there, but just kind of the main highlights. And I'm gonna go from like kind of my least favorite to my top favorite. At the bottom of the list, I'm putting my playlist called WPM, words per minute. I called it that because I realized that I was getting better at reading. I just feel like the speed in which I've been able to read books in the last like 5 years has been like appallingly slow compared to like what my brain used to be capable of when I was younger, and I feel like I'm starting to get that back. Like I can crush like a 300-page book in a night now, so that's like I don't know, that's pretty, like, a big accomplishment for me. It's got some cute emojis in there. I didn't really feel emo about anything, so I decided to make it kind of cute. There's some cringy tracks in this one, but like that's a story that was being told at the time, so I'm leaving them there, but therefore it's just not as strong as some of my other playlists. You know what? I might look back on it later on and enjoy it more than I did now. Some notable tracks from this one are On Directing by Tegan and Sarah, Vegetarian by Tommy Cash and Grey Goose by Dunya, Prod Skrillex. Next up I have Teeth/Phone. So back, I think this was in the summer, I was in a patient's room and there was a drawer in the hospital room that just had a label that said Teeth/Phones, and I saw that and I thought, ooh, new playlist alert. There's some really good tracks, and like the tracks are relevant, but just like, I don't know, I don't think I spent enough time with it. Anyways, I'd say the top tracks from this one are Fade 'Em All by Fade 'Em All from the album Fade 'Em All, Both of Us by Jada G, In Heat by Health, the Javelin remix, and Movies by Wise Blood Avi. So my playlist Spielberg Kid was named after this podcast I listened to once on a night shift, and it was just an interview with Shia LaBeouf, and he described himself as a Spielberg Kid. So this was like in the midst of my Shia LaBeouf stan phase. It starts off really strong. We also have Say It by like a Maggie Rogers cover by Girl in Red. I like to throw in covers, remixes, live versions, alternate versions, acoustic versions all the time into playlists. I think it just kind of adds like a unique edge. It's like you're adding the song but not. We got another Car Seat Headrest track. I'm sorry, like, it's cringe, I know. Notable tracks, I'd say like Texas by Mallrat and Higher Power by Wicca Face Brings Eternal and Smart Death. So Relational Practice was named after a essential nursing competency, and it was in the grading rubric when I had that student. Anyways, it gets kind of chaotic. Near the end, we have some throwbacks, and then a Beach House cover of a Daniel Johnston song. This one has more than one Car Seat Headrest song. I don't usually like to have more than one song by the same artist, especially from the same album, but you know what? It's my playlist. I can do what I want. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna say Hockey Rink Morgue. So that one's named after, well, you guys have heard of field hospitals, how they're creating ICUs in like soccer fields. Well, the hockey rinks were slotted as morgue overflow. Originally released that plan back in the spring, that they're like, you know, if it gets that bad, we'll open the field hospitals if we need to. It's got some old tracks in here, and then we also have some new releases. You know, Virus. Was Deltron 3030 in my current heavy rotation? No, but the song was called Virus, so I like threw it in there just for funsies. Okay, now I think we're up to top 4. Number 4 is a playlist called 4 to 1. This was named because our patient ratio at work changed from 5 to 6 to 4, so that's beautiful, and I was very grateful that that happened. The first 4 tracks go absolutely off. We've got Paris, the Aeroplane remix by Friendly Fires, which I was watching the old Body Jam video from like 2011, 2010, and I'm in the background. It's like my sisters were teaching the class and my brother put this whole video together, and this song is in there and it goes off. But in this video you also see me in like a neon green zebra print shirt and like scraggly hair dancing. So okay guys, the moment you've all been waiting for, top three. And I'm gonna say Antivio is number 3. I was gonna put it at number 2, but I changed my mind last minute. Antivio is a $6,000 biologic drug made out of hamster cells, and there was this time there was a patient that was on it one day, and I was on a night shift and I couldn't find it anywhere, and the pharmacy was like, that's really expensive. And I'm like, it's not here. And I was looking everywhere, and the pharmacist and I are going back and forth, and then finally the pharmacy, they found it. They didn't send it to us. So it was not my fault at all. It's a little bit chaotic, but there's some really stellar songs on it. Number 2, we have No Frills / Independent. I made this one at the end of the summer / kind of into the fall a little bit. So it was kind of a nod to my 2018 playlist called Extra Foods. And it was called that because Loblaws wanted to essentially phase out extra foods and have all extra food stores either become a No Frills or an independent. And so I had this joke that I was like, I'm gonna phase myself out extra food style. Whatever the that means. Dream pop, bedroom poppy. Songs are still driving despite that like surfy shoegazy kind of feel it has. A Replacements cover as well as a Wax cover of the Julia Jacklin song Pool Party. We got like kind of like a weird moment in the middle. And then number 1, you guys, my favorite playlist that I made this year. I didn't even make this year. It was at the very end of 2019 / very beginning of 2020. It's called London Drugs, in brackets 12.5 milligrams. So that December I was just going back and forth between London Drugs all the time for various different reasons. I don't know why. Concurrently, I was giving a lot of Seroquel in the hospital to people. I don't know, I just like at the time the people who are there's just a lot of Seroquel being given, and typically the dose is in 12.5 milligrams. I've got the Piano Joint by Michael Kiwanuka, which when I was in Calgary my sister got me into his self-titled album. So there's like, you know, there's more songs in here that have stories and lots of new releases as well at the time. So I think that might be like why I like it so much, is because it really just had all of the different elements that I like in a playlist. It's got Teen MILF Pride Flag on there. This is like the first time that I've come on camera looking presentable in like months. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me rank my own goddamn playlists. Yeah, I don't know. Check them out, or don't. Are you angry now? Are you fired up? I hope you are, at least. At least someone got something out of this. Anyways, chillers, you guys take care. Bye.